Many people today find themselves overwhelmed by spreadsheets, charts, budgeting apps, and constant notifications that only make everything feel more chaotic. There's this widespread belief that being financially organized requires mastering complex tools that promise clarity but often reveal the same truth. Despite all the technology, it's still hard to understand where the money is actually going. Yet sometimes, solutions appear from the most unexpected places. In this case, it was a financial diary from 1904, created by a Japanese journalist, with a method so simple it begins with only 4 questions. The story behind it is remarkable. Hani Motoko, already a pioneering journalist and one of Japan's most influential figures at the time, noticed a gap that affected countless households. Women, often responsible for managing the family budget, had little guidance and no practical tools to handle money with intention. They were expected to manage resources without ever receiving proper financial education. To address this, Motoko designed a financial journal, which came to be known as Kakebo. The word carries a quiet elegance, almost poetic. Its beauty lies in its simplicity: pen, paper, and 4 focused questions that guide reflection and action. The method encourages clarity without overwhelm, helping people take control of their finances in a thoughtful, intentional way. What makes the Kakebo so powerful is precisely the fact that it's analog. Its superpower lies in psychology. It doesn't need any fancy technology. When someone pays with a tap on a card machine or phone, the action is quick, almost automatic. Money becomes abstract, detached from choice. But when a person has to physically pick up a pen and write down an amount, something subtle but profound happens in the mind. It transforms the act from recording data into acknowledging a decision. No app can recreate that visceral link between hand, mind, and wallet. Here's how anyone can start using the Kakebo today. There's no need for expensive imported notebooks. The heart of this method is simplicity. Any notebook you already have at home works perfectly. An old planner, a half-used notepad, whatever is available. What matters is dedicating a physical space exclusively to this practice. The method revolves around a monthly ritual and a daily habit, guided by 4 essential questions. Question 1. How much money do you have available? On the first day of the month, sit down with your notebook and answer this. Note all your income sources, your take-home pay, side gigs, money from something you sold. Add it all up. This is your total income. Now for the boring but necessary part. Right below, list your fixed expenses, the ones that come every month. Rent, condo fees, electricity, internet, health insurance, a loan payment. Add all of that up. This is your total fixed outgoings. Now, for the magic, subtract the fixed outgoings from your total income. The number left over is your actual playing field for the month. This is the money you have to live on, have fun with, and save from. Write this number down in big print. It's your reality for the next 30 days. To make it even easier, I've created a simple Kakebo planner that you can download for free. It's designed to guide you through the 30-day challenge step by step, with space for daily entries and the 4 key questions, so you can start building the habit right away. Question 2. How much do you want to save? Kakebo flips the usual logic. Most of us wait until the end of the month to see if anything is left to save. Here, saving becomes a goal from the beginning. Look at the available money from question 1 and choose a realistic savings target. It doesn't need to be large. Even $50 or $100 is valuable. Write it down as this month's savings goal. This is a contract with yourself. Mentally, this money is no longer yours for daily spending. It belongs to your future self. This simple shift from saving what's left to spending what's left after saving is transformative. Question 3. How much are you spending? This is the daily practice. Every day, or at the end of the day, you'll write down every cent you spent. To help you understand your patterns, the Kakebo philosophy invites us to divide spending into 4 smart categories. First, survival. Here, you list essential living expenses. This does not include the fixed bills you already recorded. Include groceries, medication, transportation to work, and other necessary but variable costs. Wants, the most revealing category. These are non-essential purchases made for pleasure. The takeout you ordered because you were too lazy to cook, the specialty coffee, the new clothes you didn't need. The point is to be aware of how big this category is, not to judge yourself for it. Culture, spending that enriches you as a person. A book, a museum visit, a course. The method understands that life is about more than paying bills. And finally, unexpected. These are expenses that arise from life surprises. Include things like a flat tire, a last-minute gift, or a sudden repair. They can disrupt your plans, but keeping track of them helps you stay aware without feeling like you failed. Question 4. How can you improve? At the end of the month, the journal becomes a tool for reflection. Look at the totals. How much did you spend overall? Did you reach your savings goal? If yes, celebrate. If not, explore why. What did the wants category reveal? How does the balance between wants and culture feel? What small adjustments could align next month with your goals? At the end of each week, rather than simply totaling numbers, look at them with curiosity. Patterns will start to emerge. You begin to understand why you spent, not only how much. And that is where the method truly transforms the way a person relates to money. The goal here isn't to judge or criticize yourself, but to understand your own rhythm. Each month becomes a gentle conversation with your habits, one where you notice what supported you, what drained you, and what could be adjusted, so your next month aligns a little more with the life you want. Improvement in the Kakebo is never harsh. It's gradual, thoughtful, and rooted in self-respect. I know what you might be thinking. But it's so much work to write everything down. At first, it might seem that way, but I invite you to see it differently. Think of it as a ritual instead of a chore. It's 5 minutes at the end of your day that you dedicate to yourself. I'll be honest, I've always struggled to start new habits. What finally worked for me was a simple formula: 30-day challenges. For 1 month, I commit to doing something with consistency and discipline without worrying about doing it forever. Only after those 30 days do I stop and decide whether I can keep going or not. What usually happens is that after a month of doing it, I start seeing results that motivate me to continue, even if at a different pace. And habits like Kakebo work exactly like that. After a while, they change the way you see things. Your mindset around money becomes almost automatic, so you don't need to write down every single expense every day to stay aware. Ultimately, the Kakeibo teaches that financial organization is less about software and more about self-knowledge. It ensures that money supports the life someone wants, rather than trying to cover moments of boredom, stress, or impulse. What begins as a simple analog exercise becomes an act of care toward one's future self. This diary from 1904 offers a quieter, more human approach to money, one that cuts through digital noise and brings back clarity. If you've been feeling overwhelmed by spreadsheets and apps, this might be the gentle reset you need. Every choice you record becomes a building block for the life you want. Start today and notice the difference even in small steps.